If you're watching this now, I'm no longer live. Here, we're gonna do the Lady Green tutorial. I tried to pre-record, but that didn't work out. So basically what I did here was grab some cotton balls, the colors that I'm gonna use: All Tim Holtz, Flamingo, Twilight Purple, Botanical, Mermaid, and Aquamarine. You're gonna need 91% alcohol, a little cup for your alcohol, a dip and dab rag, and your brushes. So I typically use EcoTools, but I cannot find one of my brushes, so here's one of them that I use. I don't think I'll be using this one very much, but I use it on my regular wood grains as well. But you'll want, I guess, what they call an eyeliner makeup brush. It has the angle in it. I also have these. This one's a little bit smaller than this one, just for backup, just in case I need it for some reason. So there's that. But this is going to be the main one that I use. And like I said, it's just a small angled brush, e.l.f. from Walmart. And just so happens my Walmart does not sell EcoTool brushes anymore, so I'll have to order some more off of Amazon. Get you some cotton balls in your colors. Hey Almeida. And basically what I did is put the alcohol on here and did my strips, you know, the colors that I'm going to be using. Like I said, I tried to pre-record this so that I can get it done for you all, but that didn't work out. So we're going to start with the angled brush. Again, these are here just for backup, just in case I need them. I like using them for the smaller inside of the knots and stuff like that. So you're going to use your dip and dab rag a lot. Make sure your brushes are clean. Alcohol cleans them just fine. I also got this. I have not experimented with this yet. I'm going to eventually. Hey Jeanette. Hey Ladina. But this, you know, this may work as well. But again, I'm not going to experiment with it today, simply because I haven't done that yet. So I don't know how well it would work for what I'm doing. Hey, Rianne. I'm going to try to answer your questions. My phone's kind of angled and I can't find my iPad for some reason. I think my kids have it hidden. So there's that. Yes, it'll be available. Hey, Jennifer. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Whenever you do your alcohol, you're not going to want too much. So you're going to be dipping and dabbing a bunch. It's better to have not enough than too much. So keep that in mind. And you'll see that I dip and dab a bunch. So, all right, let's get started. It don't matter which colors you start with. It's all going to get done. So here we go. I think I'm going to start right here. Again, it don't matter where you start. Excuse me. So you're going to want to start in the middle of your lines because that's where the blending is going to be. Now, whenever you get to, after this has been blended, you're going to want to wash your brush out so that you're not taking the blended colors into your solid color. All right, can y'all see it pretty good? Just want to make sure y'all can see. So again, I am going to try to answer your questions as they come. It's going to be pretty quiet. I get pretty concentrated when doing these. But this is actually the same concept as my regular wood grain, except this is only one color. So, but this is also how I do those. Same alcohol, dip and dab, all that good stuff. So, all right. I know my lighting's not very good. So I'm going to start with these colors in the middle. And you don't want too much alcohol. And you'll want as you come down here, you'll want to take and blend it up into the color that you're blending. And because because I'm blending these two colors, I do want these two colors to kind of meet, or however you want to say it. I don't want to clean my brush is what I mean. So and also keep in mind, the angled brush, you want to go in the direction that you are graining, I guess you would say. So if you're going down, you want the angle to go down as well. But you'll want to take and blend it upwards like so. And I'm not perfect, so I may make mistakes. I may have to go back and fix them, but that's all part of the process. And I've got my bottoms taped off too for this cup, my bottom and my top. So if I don't go all the way down, that's why. I'm going to take and steal some color from here and kind of just go and blend it up here. And I'll go back once all this is done and I'll blend it better by doing this, by adding, you know, more color here so that it's got a little more purple. Hey, Nikki. So yeah. Me personally, I like the smaller grain. But you know, you can use this one if you want the fatter grain. That one makes fatter lines. But you just got to make sure that you're pushing the ink outwards. So whatever, again, even with that one, whatever angle you're going towards, you'll want to push the ink out. So we're about an hour early, but I just, I got a lot of stuff to do today, so I wanted to get a little jump start. And you'll notice I didn't dab because I wanted to bring that color over a little bit. Well, you haven't missed very much. We just got started, so. I know it was supposed to be at 11, and that is totally my bad, but again, I've got a lot of stuff to do, so I wanted to go ahead and jump start. Okay. So once we got that done, I'm using Flamingo, Aquamarine, Purple Twilight, Mermaid, and Botanical. And I just applied it on the cotton ball and rubbed my stripes on the cup. I'm not a huge fan of the green, and I'm pretty sure it's not going to blend the way that I want it to, so I probably should not have used that color. But it's okay, because it's all gonna work out. So, all right, so this is where you really want to clean your brush, because you're pretty much done blending here, and then you're just gonna keep going until you get to your next color. And again, right now I'm just applying the lines. I'll go back and blend better once I'm done. And if that means adding a little color to my brush, then I'll do that. So yeah, and you don't want too much alcohol on your brush. It's better to have not enough than too much. because that alcohol will take it right off. For a white base and let them dry. Yes, Deidre. You just put it on the little pad here. I mean, by the time you get back to your next color, they're already dried enough to go. You don't really want to let them sit overnight, because I noticed with these colors, they stain the white and they're harder to move. So if you're going to do something like this, it's better to apply the ink and then get going. So I'm going to do one more line here. So typically I use the EcoTools brush. It comes in a 2-pack and it has, excuse me. And it has the angled brush in it. But for some reason, of course, every time I have to go and do one of these, I can't find it. So this here is basically the same thing. It's a little bit smaller than what I generally use. It's a e.l.f. small angled brush. But it works just the same. It's just a little bit smaller, which I kind of like. Because it, you know, it gives my, I like the smaller lines, so. Let's do this, huh? And if you're just now joining me, remember when you're doing this and you're using the angled brush, you want the angle to go in the direction that you are moving the ink. Yes, Darlene, this is 91% alcohol. And that's what I dip my brush in, is the alcohol. And then I dab some of the color off. So I'm going to go ahead and show you all this real quick, because I don't like the way that that blended. So I'm going to find these colors. Mermaid and Flamingo. I'm just going to add a little bit on here. And dab my brush a little bit so that I can go and just add a little bit more color to these. Oh, why is my phone not charging? Sorry guys, I forgot to turn my phone charger on. I want the blend to be a little bit more noticeable here. This is the Lady Grain, Darlene. And I'm going to take a little bit of alcohol and move it around into this color. But the alcohol is what you're going to use to blend your colors. So, and where's my other one? There you are. Just put a little bit on here so I can dab it. But this is the process that I'll use after I get done with the cup. I'll just go back and blend the colors, add a little bit here and there, and then use the alcohol to blend them where needed. My house is feeling ghostly today. I'm not really sure why. I'm taking, borrow some of this color and bring it over here just to blend. I know, I actually forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb before I started this video. So I'm hoping nobody calls. So basically that's how you blend them. And I'll go back and fix all the ugliness. So that I like it at least. I'm a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to these, so. And this is definitely not perfect yet, but you get the gist of how to blend the colors. You just want to go back in and blend them like so. See, that's pretty good right there. So, all right, moving on. Okay, so I am going to start here with another knot. Again, you don't want too much alcohol. And here's where our colors are going to meet. And if you don't want it to take so long, again, you can use the fatter brush. Oh, Bubbles, you're so funny. And I want this color to go into the pink. It's gonna have a lot of purple, it looks like. That's okay. It's a woman's cup. Bubba, you're so funny. Oh, you have to forgive my brother and his rude ass comments. I love this blue. It's so pretty. Some people think it is, Bubba. Oh, jeez. You don't want that to happen. But it's okay. It's fixable. Oh. So, again, super fixable. Don't want to have to fix it, but, you know, stuff like that does happen. So, just add some more color and boom. You're back. Not as back as I want to be, but again, it happens. Okay. Just trying to figure out what I'm going to do here. Oh. And I want to blend these colors a little better. And I'll go back and add Shirley, they're all alcohol inks from Tim Holtz. Flamingo, Aquamarine, Twilight Purple, Botanical, and Mermaid. And the video will be available, so no worries there. But I want to... Oh, I did the wrong color. Darn it. Baba, of course you have a life. Pestering me. I'll go back and add a little bit of purple here later. Yes, it's a makeup brush, Kimberly. It's the, it's an angled, small angled brush from Walmart. And alcohol, 91%. Basically the same if you're in Wood Grain 101 and you have seen that tutorial. Same concept, only with colors and a tad bit more work trying to blend the colors as they meet. Not a real fan of this, but it kind of just is what it is. And once I go back and add my details, I will blend those a little better. So, but basically, I mean, you're just using alcohol. Personally, I probably should not have made the colors so wide, just for the blending purposes, but you know, this is the first time I've actually done the Lady Grain on a 30-ounce cup using a small brush, but it's all the same, really, just a little bit more work trying to blend. So, all right, and here we're going to, yes, using alcohol. Same concept, like I said, if you've watched the tutorial on the original Wood Grain, it's the same concept, only you are using color and blending. And I don't know if anybody has used the alcohol blending solution that you can buy from Hobby Lobby. I bought some. I have yet to experiment with it, but I'm sure that would work just as well, but I don't want to say yes or no because, again, I haven't used it. But that is on my to-do list. Hey, Cynthia. Also, when you're making your blends, you don't necessarily want to, y'all, sorry. Wash all the color out of your brush because you're doing the whole blending thing. Give me a second. Come on. No. Yeah. Sorry, I had to go throw the cat out. Yes, Jen. It'll be ready. I mean, it'll be available. Baba, 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 baba. And also too, if you just want them to casually blend like this, then there's no need to go back and add anything else to it. That's totally preference. I want them to blend a little better personally, or I want the color to carry over a little more. But again, I mean, to me, that's good. You know, they just kind of casually blend together. It's not just a drop into the next color. It's still blended. So again, that's personal preference. You don't have to go back and add color or anything like that if you choose not to. Ooh, that's a prime example of too much alcohol ink. I mean alcohol on your brush. Again. Oh, I think I blended 2 lines there. I mean, this is wood grain too, y'all, so nothing, wood grain is not perfect. And each one is always different, so also keep that in mind when doing these. Wood grain is never going to be perfect, ever. You already know, Bubba. For sure taking advantage of that, honey. Summer's about to hit and it's gonna be a madhouse. But thank goodness I'm slowly getting or patiently waiting for my shop to be complete, and it should be complete very, very soon. So that'll give me some quiet time as well. Thank goodness for my sanity. This is bothering me. Again, the casual blend is just fine. It doesn't have to be like a huge blending difference, so. And I probably won't make too much of a difference with the blending when I go back. I won't make too many changes myself. And you can just do a little knot here. so kind of connect it. Jamie, the bottom's taped off. And so is the top. Duh. How do I want to do this? Mm. Yeah, I don't care for that green, but we're gonna wing it. God, that green is ugly. So I don't recommend using the green. I mean, it might look alright once I get done, but it is definitely not my favorite. Looks like a dookie green. Especially blended into that purple. But we're gonna make it work. Because we kind of have to now. Okay. Lynn, you can, I have this, pearl powder that I generally, just add to my epoxy, just to kind of give it a little sparkle. It's not glitter or anything, but of course you can add glitter to it, into your epoxy just to give it a sparkle. But the Pearl X is a good enough sparkle, excuse me, for me. And I think it looks just fine with that. But again, you can add whatever you want, really. It's just personal preference. But I like the pearl look that the powder gives it. It's not too blingy. It's real casual. So, Deidre, actually, I will, I'll seal it, and I'll probably end up epoxying it tomorrow. But generally, I don't wait to epoxy it if I don't have to. But it'll probably end up on the turner tomorrow because I've got other cups I've got to get on there. But like I said, I'll seal it and just throw it on the turner if I don't have anything on there. Gosh, I do not like that green. Deidre, I generally use the Mod Podge spray sealer. I have never had a problem with that. I am out of it at the moment, but I will, that's what I'll seal it with, is the Mod Podge spray sealer. Like I said, I've never had a problem with it, any of the colors changing or disappearing, using that. But I've also used the Rust-Oleum Clear 2X. I have used that. Now you don't, with that, you just kind of want to mist over it several times and let it dry in between your coats, because of the fact that it will change your look, your color of the inks. And I know a lot of people say that the color comes back, it changes back. In my experience that I have used the Clear Coat 2X Rust-Oleum, the color has came back, but it was never, like if I do dark it was never as dark as it was initially before spraying it. But I've never had that problem with the Mod Podge spray sealer, and that's my go-to sealer for all wood grains. Yeah, Stephanie, I've said the same thing. Like, I'm not a fan of the green at all. It's ugly. Look like, well, I think we all know what it looks like. So, and it didn't blend too bad though. It's not too bad blending. But we're going to do ink on in the first place. With cotton balls, I just put a little on there and wiped it down. And again, I made the colors too wide, so they were probably about, I don't know, approximately 2 inches. I'd guesstimate doing about 1.5 inches the next time I do one. This is the first time I've done it on the on the 30 ounce, so I kind of wanted to cover it real quick and get it done. But my colors aren't blending like I would like them to, which I can go back and fix. That's not going to be a problem. But for future, I will definitely make the lines smaller. So, yeah. And then just alcohol, 91% alcohol, and your makeup brush to blend and do your lines. I missed. There we are. Okay, so that's, oh, I lied. That green don't like to move. Definitely stay away from the green. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in and just add some more color to blend. Oh. Okay. just going to add some color here. Dab it out. And whenever you do, go back and do this if you choose to do that. Like, I don't take and blend it all the way up the grain. Like, there's got to be a point to where it actually halfway blends into the other color. So I kind of just go up half the cup-ish, give or take. And that'll be my blending point. And I just put a couple of dabs and dab it out. Just kind of let it roll. Hey Denise, welcome. So that to me is pretty well blended. I'm not even going to work with that anymore because that green's so ugly. I'm going to add some more pink to this though, because that's just too much green. Okay. And it just turns dookie looking. I know that's horrible, but that's what it is. Yeah, that's horrible. Green. No, don't ever use the green. That's going to do it for me on that color. But I do have to blend it some more. Thank you, Denise. Well, Bubbles, pretty sure we all know why I didn't say hey to you. Well, whoops, too much. That's going to be the gist of that blending. That one's blended pretty good. I'm pretty satisfied with that. Maybe this one here, we can do a little better. I'm actually going to fit. Probably you're so funny. I'm actually going to physically add a little bit of purple on this one because, I mean, that's what it is. Well, I thought it was. Lots of trial and error, so keep that in mind too. You may or may not get it right off the bat, but practice makes perfect, and it's really not that difficult. Just the blending part really kind of gets me a little. I think I got a little green on that one on accident. Oh my gosh. Gotta go back and fix this. Alright, so there we have it. Again, don't do the green. I'm telling you. Don't do it. You will hate it. I would stay with the more blues, purples, and pinks rather than the green. But that is it. Do you have any questions? Does anybody have any questions they'd like asked or answered before I get off of here? The video will stay up here in the group. I trust that you will not take and share my video. And yeah, that's it. No, Victoria. Yeah, this is a eyeliner. I guess they call it an eyeliner brush, but it says a small angled brush. Yes, well, it'll be Mod Podge spray, matte. Mod Podge spray is what I will seal it with. The question was asked earlier as to how long before I put it on the turner. Honestly, it won't be until tomorrow before I put it on the turner, but I generally don't wait if I don't have to. But unfortunately I have other cups that'll be turning today, so this one will go on tomorrow. But I use the Mod Podge spray. I'm going to show it one more time. And that's it. So, glitter, I don't know. That's a tricky question. I have this Pearl X stuff, that I mix in my epoxy that I put over it. It doesn't, it gives it a little shimmer, makes it look nice, not too blingy. Not that anything's ever too blingy, right? But that's what I use. Of course, I don't know. I don't know what to recommend as far as putting glitter, because like I said, I've always used the Pearl X powder for those type of cups. You're welcome, Jennifer. I hope y'all learned. Oh, I missed a spot. Hope y'all learned something. And if not, watch. And practice. I can't wait to see y'all's beautiful cups. Please do post them, because I would love to see them. I think that's my favorite part of the whole cup. It's right there. You're very welcome, Missy. So if that is it, if nobody has any questions, yeah, Nikki, I mean, if you're going to use a glitter, I would use a super fine glitter. But yeah, so if nobody has any questions, I will be on my way to my busy little life. I do plan on doing a tutorial on this. I have one more cup to do like this one. So I will be doing another one of these, probably tomorrow or something, so that everybody can see how that's done. So, nothing? All right. Well, everybody have a blessed day, and I'll see y'all tomorrow for the original wood grain.